What's up? Big Kirk 916. Positivity, motivation. Never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. Go pick up some merch at bigkirk916.com and represent, because I know you're not average. Also, I'm doing 20% off up until Father's Day for all you fathers out there. Shout out to you for handling your business and raising strong young men and women. This video kind of made me think about my childhood and growing up and thinking about things that made me who I am today. And when I look around and I see fathers out there raising their sons, their daughters, it's so important that you be a part of their life and not just be there for them to raise them, but to also give them life lessons. A lot of people think that because their kid made it to 18, they did a good job. They think, oh man, I raised my child, now they're a young adult. But besides giving them food, clothing, and shelter, what did you give them? Did you teach them what you know about the world? The evils to watch out for? How to be their own voice? How to think for themselves? How to embrace adversity, challenges? How to overcome fear and anger? How to let go of their ego? How to have goals and be consistent in life? A lot of times these things are left on the table. They're not taught to your children unless they were maybe involved in sports, martial arts, or some other activity outside the household, but they're not getting it from their parents. There are some parents out there who are very hands-on and they make sure their kids have a balance, but I'm talking to those out there who think that just raising your child is enough. It's not enough, man. Especially not today. With all the stuff going on, with all the indoctrination, with all the devices that's going on, you gotta really be involved in your child's life. It gets me riled up, when I see the lack of concern for our future generations, and people are afraid to speak out. These school boards are doing whatever the hell they want to do. You got these individuals who claim they have whatever intention, but they're actually predators. You got to think, man, why are so many of these grown people focused on underage activities? Why not deal with adults? Because adults ain't gonna put up with a lot of their bullshit, so they have to go down to a category which they think they can have some type of influence over. I seen a story the other day about a lady in Texas who said her 6-year-old daughter was sexually assaulted by other 6-year-olds. And one of the 6-year-olds actually filmed the incident on their iPad, and then the iPad was confiscated by the teacher, but the parents have yet to retrieve the iPad from the school. Can you believe that, man? 6-year-olds? Sexual assault? They forced this woman's daughter to perform something that is just the unthinkable in the classroom. I'm telling you, man, it's not enough to just be a parent these days. If you're a father, if you're a mother, but especially you fathers, you got to step your game up, man. You got to step your game up to protect your family, protect your children. They are the prize today. That's what they're going after, man. And I don't even know or understand why a child at that age would even be entertaining something like that so aggressive. But that's what they're pushing in the schools. And everybody thinks it's cute. The books, the conversations, the things on the internet, there's certain things that are adult things. You do adult stuff, but the stuff that, kids do, it should be things that kids enjoy doing, playing with toys, having fun, soccer, sports, just being a child, man. You have enough to worry about making it to adolescent before you become adult, rather than putting adult situations into a child's mind state. I don't know. I seen that story, man, and it just blew my mind, man. I was like, wow, man, what a 6-year-old, man. And then there's been, a couple stories where 13-year-olds shooting at police, and, Florida, Chicago. I mean, young people, man. I guess these video games and I guess just the, in addition to, these kids, doing a lot of drugs at a younger age, because they said some of these kids were under the influence of marijuana. Just a combination of all these different things, it makes it look like it's this real, like blasé. It's no big deal, this kid, he's just doing this, he doesn't mean no harm. And it's sad, because most of these kids who, especially in the violent situations, it wasn't their first time. They maybe got caught for stealing, they were out on probation, or they got caught for some type of robbery before. I mean, young. And I speak from a place where I've been there. I've seen these kids in juvenile hall, man. And if you don't set their ass down and hold them accountable, you're going to have a career felon. Now the kids who, these kids in Florida who, shot at the police, and, the ones who killed the police officer in Chicago, their life is done. They're life criminals now. That's it. They've already got a taste, and they, are caught up in this whole gang mentality. That's a wrap, man. The only way these kids change is if they get to wherever they get to, and they are put in a situation where they don't have nobody to lean on to or to congregate with. But if they get in there and they're with homies from their hood and they're getting accolades for shooting at police, these dudes they're done, man. They're done. I'm just telling you right now, they're done. You got to be involved in your child's life. You parents out there got to take responsibility. You can't wait until they get caught up in a situation like this to start screaming, oh my God, the justice system, this and that. Look, man, if you're a parent and you have a child in school, you need to find out what they're being exposed to, what type of curriculum they have, who your son's friends are, who your daughter's friends are, what they got going on their phones. You need to be responsible, man. It's literally some Sodom and Gomorrah shit going on right now, man. And the shit is crumbling all around us unless we really go hard and pick up the pieces, man. Big Herc 916.
Are you tired of smelling funky? Have you washed your ass? Go to BigHerc916.com and get to nutsack right.
Walking around
with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at freshoutseries.com.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com.
Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.